As the Adjutant General of Massachusetts, I take great pride in my role as the primary military advisor to the governor and as a leader of nearly 9,000 members of the Massachusetts Army and Air National Guard. One of the duties I most enjoy is exactly what I'm doing today. Speaking of the importance of honoring and remembering our veterans, our military families, and the Gold Star families who truly represent the best that Massachusetts and America has to offer. Memorial Day is the most important holiday of the year for the military service members, our military families, and especially for the families of the fallen, the American heroes who made the ultimate sacrifice on behalf of freedom and liberty. This holiday began in the aftermath of the Civil War, when the Grand Army of the Republic, a group of Union War veterans, organized an event in one state to decorate the graves of the war dead. The practice spread throughout the United States and became known as Decoration Day. Many years later, after World War II, Decoration Day became formally known as Memorial Day. Memorial Day is a somber holiday, one of remembrance and giving to dignified contemplation rather than joyous celebration. Each Memorial Day, we remember the fallen with a dignity and decorum befitting their sacrifice. It represents an opportunity for all of us to consider the price that has been repeatedly paid by our nation's military service members to ensure the existence and prosperity of our nation. Throughout our history, the American military has been called upon to defend the homeland and oppose the forces of tyranny. For every military member who sacrificed themselves in service to the country, there is a family and a community that has suffered an irreplaceable loss. And yet, even though Memorial Day represents our sadness for a sacrifice and a loss, it's not a day to be given over to despair and hopelessness. Rather, we are inspired that across our nation, each in our own way, to meet our responsibility to preserve our precious freedoms and ensure that our national commitment to liberty and democracy endures. This year, more than ever, on this Memorial Day, in the midst of a devastating pandemic, is proof of our nation's resilience and courage. While Memorial Day traditionally represents the yearly public gathering to commemorate and honor our nation's war dead, it is also a reminder that our military service members continue to serve at home and abroad at great risk. Although this year, Memorial Day public commemorations will be replaced by videos and social distancing events, we must remember that America still relies on an all-volunteer military force. Our country, our values, regardless of challenges and differences, is still producing young men and women who have both the steel in their backbone to fight and protect what our United States Constitution represents and to ensure that evil around the world will not prevail. Right now, 2,000 Massachusetts National Guard soldiers and airmen are serving throughout the Commonwealth of Massachusetts in hospitals and nursing homes, caring for elderly, many of them veterans, administering COVID-19 tests all across the state, delivering personal protective equipment to our first responders, medical professionals, and grocery workers, delivering food and supplies to those citizens hit hardest by COVID-19, and ensuring every veteran who we have lost during COVID-19 receives a dignified military funeral honor as they are transported to their final resting place. As we commemorate in a different way this Memorial Day, I ask you to join our military service members and our fellow citizens at home and abroad in honoring and remembering our fallen brothers and sisters. Without regard to our many differences, Memorial Day represents unity and a common commitment to the values that will always guide our nation. One nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all. May God bless the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and all its fallen heroes. May He bless now and forever the United States of America.